So we're going to be learning today how to solve a linear system by substitution. So we're going to be solving a linear system by a process called substitution. Now what this is essentially, it's going to be a procedure. And we're going to use this procedure to actually get the answer. So let's say we have 2x plus y equals 13 and 3x plus 7y equals 36. What we're going to do is I'm going to start off by labeling the equations. So I'm going to label this equation 1 and this equation 2. What we're going to try to do is we're going to look at one of these equations and we're going to try to get one of the letters alone. So we're going to see, so here the 2 and the x, we want to get the x alone. There's a 2 next to it. This is a y, and it's pretty much alone already, so that's probably a good candidate. This x has a 3 next to it, this y has a 7 next to it. This is the one that's almost alone, so we're almost there. So what we're going to do is we're going to write some subtitles. So our first step is going to be to rearrange, and we're going to rearrange that equation. We're going to rearrange equation 1. So equation 1 was 2x plus y equals 13. I want to get the y alone. So I'm going to bring the 2x to the other side. Y equals minus 2x plus 13. And it's alone. The y is alone. There's no numbers next to it. There's no negatives next to it. So I'm going to kind of put a box around that because we're going to need this thing soon. I'm going to call that equation 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this equation and we're going to sub it into the equation that we did not use in the first step. So we rearranged 1, so we're going to sub this one into equation 2. So we're going to sub equation 3 into equation 2. Let's figure out what I mean by that. So what we have is equation 2 was 3x plus 7y equals 36. But y is equal to minus 2x plus 13. So instead of y, I could write minus 2x plus 13. So I have my 3x plus 7, and instead of y, I write in brackets, whenever we sub in, we put it in brackets, minus 2x plus 13 equals 36. So notice that's the only change I made. All I did was I had the equation, and instead of y, I wrote the thing from that. Now, we should actually go and solve this thing. So we're going to distribute that. So 3x plus minus 14x, and 17 times 3 is 91. Equals 36. So 3x minus 14x equals 36 minus 91. Minus 11x equals negative 55. And we're just doing math here, right? Like, it's not, that was the clever step. Divide both sides by minus 11, and we get x equals 5. And that's another important thing. So we figured out one of the two variables, and now we have to go and figure out the other variable. So x equals 5, what we're going to do is we're going to put it into this equation over here. So we're going to sub x equals 5 into equation 3. So equation 3 was y equals minus 2x plus 13. And then what we have, we're going to sub in x equals 5. So it's going to be y equals -2. Where did I write bingo? Instead of x, we're going to write 5 plus 13. So y equals -10 plus 13. Y equals 3. And then we just have to have our conclusion now. Well, the conclusion is not a subtitle you need. But the conclusion is the solution to the linear system is x equals 5, I think it was, yep, and y equals 3. Or another way you could have written it, you could have said the solution to the linear system is 5, 3. You could do that when it's x and y because, of course, when you write a point, you're effectively saying that the first one is x and the second one is y. That's substitution.